what is going on, everyone? Vito here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome back to another episode of Beato, the Vito Age of Sigmar edition. I have got Dan in here with me today, and we are going to be playing 2,000 points of Hedonites of Slaanesh versus the Skaven. Is there any particular host, is that what they're called, or tide?
They have the clans.
Clans, that's right.
We're running the combined Vermintide list, so we have a little bit of Verminous, a little bit of Pestilence, a little bit of Scryer, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Good mix. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. If you'd like to be in Dan's spot, please go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge for all of those deets as the usual. And please make sure to go to our Facebook page to check out all the really cool events that are happening, because we want to make sure that we have you here at the bunker and rolling some dice, folks. But until then, let's take a look at the board and the armies as usual. All right, sports fans, taking a look now at 2,000 points of Hedonites of Slaanesh. Let's take a nice dive in deep. I'm going to be running Pretenders host, as I am still working on a bunch of models so I can take for Godseekers and both Invaders. Like I said, I bought 9 start collecting boxes, so it does take time to paint up that forest. Plus, I'm working on White Scars, and with the new Ossiarch Bone Reapers, I've got a lot of stuff on my plate, so I'm slowly building up this army. You actually have to take a lot of things for both Godseekers and Invaders, so we're going to be working on Pretenders for today. So taking a look at my Warlord, I'm going to be taking a Soul Feaster Keeper of Secrets for today. For this particular model, this is from Creature Caster. She is gigantic. The actual normal Keeper of Secrets from Games Workshop actually stands about to here, so she is quite gigantic. But yeah, so Soul Feaster Keeper, they're actually the exact same amount of points, 360. I feel like this one should be a little bit more, maybe an extra 30 to 40 points. They're the exact same attack profiles, hitting on 3s and 3s, exact same damage, but what this one can do is if I am within 3 inches of an enemy character, I get an extra D3 depravity points. Additionally, that character is a -1 to hit, I believe, in the combat phase, but I have to double check that. But yeah, I get an extra 2 abilities for the exact same amount of points for Soul Feaster Keeper of Secrets. So I don't know why they made them the exact same points. I think it should be a little bit more, but I'm going to be taking a Soul Feaster for today. Being Pretenders, I'm allowed to take 2 command traits. So for those command traits, I'm going to be taking Strength of Godhood, which allows me to take D3 extra damage at the step 4 of the fight phase. So that's what I'm going to be taking for her. And then I'm going to be taking the True Child of Slaanesh. So right at the beginning of the game, I roll 6 dice, and for every 5 up, I get an extra depravity point. For her artifact, I'll be taking the Silver Slash, which allows me to add 2 extra attacks to any one of her weapons. So I'll definitely go ahead and be adding that to her claws. So instead of 2 attacks, she'll have 4 with those. And as for her spell, I'll go ahead and take the Prodigy of Damnation, which allows me to heal an extra D3 wounds. And I should mention that she is armed with the Sinistrous Hand, which once again allows her to heal D3 wounds. However, if I do kill a character, she heals D6. Moving on over to the rest of my characters, I am going to be taking Celeste for today, the big boss man and lady. For their spells, they'll be taking Soul Slice Shards for their psychic power. Or not psychic power, ooh, wrong game. For their magic ability. Whatever, that's what it's called. Spell, ugh, long day. Next we have the Contorted Epitome. For their spells, I will be taking Phantasmagoria and Hysterical Frenzy. Nice 2 good staples for the Contorted Epitome. And then my last character is going to be the Infernal Enrapturous. We can't forget about the Vito of Slaanesh, which is going to be my terrain piece for today. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 battle line for today. I have a gigantic squad of 30 demonettes. They are going to be armed with the Allurus, which is the champion for today, musician, icon bearer, and a banner bearer, which allows me to re-roll my charges. And then I have 2 units of 10 demonettes. They are all armed the exact same way except for the banner bearer. Moving on to the rest of the list, I have 2 exalted chariots. What you see is what you get with them. And then I have a unit here of 3 fiends. And that is going to equal out 1990 points of Hedonites of Slaanesh. And now taking a look at 2,000 points of Skaven. Dan, would you like to start?
Yeah, so let's start with the Bell. We got the General right there. It's a big old gray seer on Screaming Bell. He's going to be taking the Master of Magic command trait, which lets me in each phase, once per phase, add 1 to either a casting or dispel attempt, and I can do that before or after rolling. His spell will be Death Frenzy, which lets models swing before they're removed from play. Swinging over there to the right, you see some Storm Fiends representing Clan Scryer. Further to the right, you see the leader of Clan Scryer there. You got an Arch Warlock flanked by a pair of Warp Lightning Cannons. That Warlock will be carrying my artifact today. He's got the Esoteric Warp Spark Generator, something along those lines. Basically gets a free token each turn to spend, but he's the one that has to spend it. And he will be taking the More Warp Power spell. Moving up front, you have Clan Pestilence representation. Big old brick of 40 Plague Monks with all their banners and gongs and bells and chimes and whistles. And there's a Plague Priest leading them. He just has the prayers on his little foot scroll. You can either try and kill a horde or try and kill a single model with some mortal wounds. Nothing fancy. And then for battle line, you have 3 units of 20 Clan Rats. Somewhere buried in there is a Grey Seer, standing tall. He's on foot. He's going to be taking Skitter Leap for his spell, in addition to the default spells on his War Scroll. And then for 100 points, you have the Warp Lightning Vortex Endless spell. And that brings us to 1960 points of Skaventide.
Now, because Dan is under points, he will be getting a triumph. So that triumph is going to be number 2, which will be Bloodthirsty. Once per battle, when a friendly unit is picked to shoot or fight, you can say it is Bloodthirsty. If you do so, you can re-roll wound rolls for attacks made by that unit until the end of that phase. This is the board that we are going to be playing on today. The majority of the terrain that you see on the board here, this was made by Tabletop World, which is really, really cool. And it was painted by Adam from Greenleaf Terrain. And then we have a little bit of sprinkling of terrain here from Games Workshop. As for our narrative for today, the Hedonites of Slaanesh have completely taken over this small little shipping dockyard, this town that has maybe this magical artifact area. Maybe this is a wizarding tower. They've completely started destroying the town and doing who knows what to the residents when all of a sudden the Skaven have burrowed up from underneath and they want to take out the town, and because maybe there's some warpstone that is deep buried underneath, and now the Hedonites and the Skaven are going to duke it out for supremacy. The mission that we are going to be playing today will be Star Strike. The way this one works is one objective is set up on the border between the 2 players' territories at the start of the 2nd battle round before determining who has the first turn. And then what happens is 2 more objectives are set at the start of the 3rd battle round before determining who has the first turn. 1 in each player's territories. And the way they're set up is, this is one player's territory, and then the other player's territory is right over here. We then roll 2d6, and then we have to refer to the map, because then there's a gigantic grid that goes along each side. And then that's how we determine where the stars fall. I guess I wouldn't say they're stars, they're more like warpstone that's falling from the sky.
It falls from the sky or comes up from the ground.
Exactly.
Which way?
Exactly. And then in terms for victory points, each player scores victory points at the end of each of their turns. The player with the number of victory points is equal to the number of the current battle round. So, for example, a player that controls one objective at the end of the third turn will score 3 victory points. So that's the game that we are playing for today. And boom, we are all set up here, folks. I have a unit here of 10 demonettes on my right flank being coupled by Chariot, Contorted Epitome with the Keeper of Secrets right in the middle. Infernal Raptress with a big squad here of demonettes, Celeste. I was somehow able to fit my Fiends, nice right in the middle, all holding hands. Another squad of Chariot with 10 demonettes on my left flank. And then Dan, how is your setup?
So we have over here on the right-hand flank, we got a unit of Clan Rats supporting a Warp Lightning Cannon, some Storm Fiends, and a Grey Seer. Keep moving, got the Arch Warlock tucked in there, ministering to the other Warp Lightning Cannon. More Clan Rats in front, big unit of Plague Monks behind with a Priest tucked in and a Bell on the left side. And then 20 more Clan Rats holding down the left-hand flank.
Alrighty, I don't know if I should go first or not, to be very honest. There is some merit about giving someone the first turn, but I think Slaanesh is going to go ahead and take this one. So we are going to go into Hedonites of Slaanesh, turn number 1. Alright, start of my turn. I have to roll for the true child of Slaanesh. I roll 6 dice for 5 up, get a depravity point. Woo! That is pretty nice. I get 4 depravity points right off the bat, and then I get 1 depravity point because of my Infernal and Rapturous. A lot of my offensive spells are out of range, so I imagine we'll just go ahead and do some Mystic Shielding. We'll put Mystic Shield on my Keeper of Secrets from herself. She does fail like the boss lady that she is. I am then going to go ahead and sacrifice... I'm not going to sacrifice my artifact to the Fane, but I'm going to sacrifice a wound to the Fane right now. And then on a 2-up, I can reroll all my failed hits for this entire phase. Oh, and I rolled all these ones already! Okay. I can recover this, okay. She's now going to try and cast Prodigy of Damnation on herself. Try to heal that wound and try not to embarrass herself of this very poor showing. Hey, okay, there we go. So she heals D3 wounds, she's back to full health.
Maybe.
But wait, there may be a spell attempt to try to stop it. Looking for another 11.
With a +1 from the Nahul.
No. Nope. So she does heal D3, back to full health. Woo! Okay, so not the best hero phase, but okay. That happened. Jeez. Okay, you know what? We're going to go right into the movement phase right now. I'm going to start off by moving everything, and then after turn 1, I'm going to show you guys where things have moved. So let's get right to turn 1 movement. And this is where the entire army is going to be ending up after my movement. I pretty much ran my entire army, so demonettes running over here towards the Narhole. Narhole. I almost called it a Narmala once,
That's fine, just magical rat narwhals.
Yeah, exactly right. The whale, I called it once. Chariot kind of ran this way. Same thing with Fiends, Celeste, and the demons, all moving forward aggressively. Same thing with the Infernal Rapture, she just kind of moved out. Keeper of Secrets going out aggressively forward. Contorted Epitome kind of getting into position right beside this viewing tower. And then we have the Exalted Chariot being accompanied with demonettes going on this flank. Alright, going into the shooting phase, Infernal and Rapturous, she is going to fire 6 shots into these rats. It's the only thing that is within range, being 24 inches. So hitting on 3s, not the best roll. Actually, it's pretty decent. And then looking for 4s to wound, though. Only getting 2, and he's going to be at -1.
-1 takes me to a 6. 2 dead rats.
Yeah. Alright, I suppose I can go for a charge with the Keeper of Secrets. It's a 10-inch charge. I'll throw her and see what happens. Funsies! Hey, failed. I'm happy with that. Alright, that's going to be the end of my turn. Nothing really important happening. Nothing in terms of points, because that doesn't happen until turn 2. So we're going to go right away into Skaven, turn number 1. Going to hero phase, ringing the bell.
I'm gonna ring my bell.
You can ring my...
It's an 8.
Oh, nice.
That's mortal wounds. Alright, so we're gonna start over here. Peel of Doom. I gotta roll each unit on a 4 up. They will take D3 mortal wounds. So we'll start with the Demonettes. Yes. 4. 2.
2 mortal wounds. Oh. No, this one's just tired.
Okay. Chariot. 4 up. Yes.
Ooh.
Take 1. Contorted mirror. Snake people. Thing. Crabs. Yes. For 3.
3 mortal wounds. I ignore them on a 2+. Oh, I ignore them all.
Fine. Be that way. Keeper of Secrets. Nope.
Nope. And I'm
And
missing.
Demonettes. Nope.
Nope.
All the way over here, little Grey Seer. He's gonna try and skitter leap the Arch Warlock. He needs less than that. So that is an 8-9 for the null.
No. I'll try and deny that with the Contorted Epitome, moving within 30. I do get to re-roll this, so I'm looking for a 10 then?
Yes.
Oh, I get it with an 11.
No. Okay, kind of forgot we have Clan Scry in the field, so I have D3 plus 3 Warp Spark tokens. I have 4 Warp Spark tokens. Alright, the Arch Warlock's gonna eat some Warp Rocks. He's hiding behind this building over here. Just to give him re-rolls for casting, and then he will try and cast the Warp Lightning Vortex. He needs an 8, but I need to show 7 because I'm near Null, and he has a re-roll to this because I ate Warp Rocks. So I'm gonna re-roll that. That is a 3. And that is a 12 plus 1 for 13.
I cannot stop that.
Alrighty then. Alright, Warp Lightning Vortex. So on the Keeper of Secrets, on a 3 up, because she's within 6 inches of 2 of them, she will take D3 mortal wounds. On a 6, D6. That's a 3 up, so it's D3. 1.
Nice, 1 depravity point.
Demonettes also on a 3 up. Ha!
Oh.
See. Alright, let's try and get the rest of this magic phase out of the way. The Grey Seer is going to try and put Death Frenzy onto this unit of Plague Monks, needing a 6. That's not that. Alright, that didn't work, so we're going to try and Arcane Bolt the Keeper of Secrets. And on an 11.
Oh, okay, that's pretty big. I'll try to stop that with the Contorted Epitome. So I need a 12. I get to reroll. Nope, it does go off for just, is it 1 mortal wound?
It's D3 because it cast it 10 or over.
Right.
So you will take 1 mortal wound.
Woo! Nearly down to 12.
But I chose for it to be 1.
Gotcha.
And then little Arch Warlock back here is going to try and put Mystic Shield on his friends, the Storm Fiends. It's a 9, which is a 10 with a null.
No, okay, fair enough. I will try to stop it with the Keeper. Looking for, so you got it with a 10?
Yep.
So looking for an 11. Nope, that does go off.
Alright.
Alright, that's going to be it for the hero phase. We're going to go right into the movement phase, and we're going to show you guys where they end up. And this is where we are going to be ending up after the movement phase. So Dan, where do we go?
First we have to come back over here to the Arch Warlock because he had some Warp Rocks while he was casting. He's got to see if it's bad rocks. So on a run, he takes D3 mortal wounds. Nope, it's good Warp Dust.
Okay.
Alright, so going over here from right to left, we just have Wall of Rats moving up, Big Angry Storm Fiends moving up, Huddle of Guns is more or less situated where it likes to be, Clan Rats getting out of the way so the Plague Monks can surge on forward along with the Bell, and more Interference Rats over here on the left side.
Going into the shooting phase.
Actually, end of movement. We have to trigger this again. So, the Keeper takes D3. Takes 2.
Nice.
Demonettes will take D6. 2.
2.
And my monks moved up. They will take no damage. Alright, we're going to open it up with the Storm Fiends. They're going to be fed some Warp Stone from the Arch Warlock to get +1 damage to their guns. And the Rattling Gunner up here is going to fire into the Keeper of Secrets. You will get 3d6 shots. It's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You need 4s to hit, 3s to wound. 5 hits, 3s to wound. That is 4 wounds.
Minus.
These are rend 1 for 2 damage apiece because of the warp stone.
Looking for a 5-up save. Ooh, only makes a save of 1, so that's going to be 6 damage.
Oh. Right. Warp lightning cannon is going to fire into the keeper. It will not be overcharged by the warlock, so let's see how powerful it is. It's a 3. So 6 dice needing a 3 or better. Each one is a mortal wound. That is 4 mortal wounds.
Keeper of Secrets only had 4 wounds remaining, so that's enough to take her right out.
Well, this Warp Lightning Cannon is going to get overcharged by the Arch Warlock, and it will fire at the Contorted Epitome, because its power is a 3 also. Firing into the Epitome. Woohoo! So I will take 2d3 mortal wounds for the 1s, and the Epitome will take 7.
I ignore these on a 2+. I ignore them all.
I don't ignore these. 4. End of shooting phase. The Arch Warlock fed Warpstone, so on 1 it's bad Warpstone. It's not bad Warpstone.
I have some battle shock to do. I can't fail any of them, but maybe I can get some ladies back. So over here on a roll of a 1, nope, and then over here on a roll of a 1. Ooh, yes. I get d6 back. The squad goes back to full health. So that wasn't too good for me as I lost my Keeper of Secrets, but right now I am sitting at 20 depravity points. So if I can somehow sneak in 10 more, I can get my Keeper back. Well, not that Keeper, but I get a Keeper back. But yeah, losing the Keeper did hurt quite a bit. But now we have to go ahead and go for the roll-off. I do win ties, getting a 5 and getting a 2. So I'm going to go ahead and take that turn as we go into Hedonites of Slaanesh, turn number 2. So right away, before we go ahead and do my hero phase, the objective goes ahead and falls or comes up from the ground. Ooh, getting a 9. So the first objective, right from the sky, falling down right over here. So with that in mind, starting my hero phase, I'll go ahead and get 1 depravity point for having my Infernal and Rapturous on the board, and I get another command point. The Contorted Epitome is going to try and dispel the Endless spell. It's an Endless spell, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Looking for a 9, which we get it with a 6, but we can try to re-roll that. Oh, that is unfortunate. Try that one again. The Contorted Epitome will then go ahead and cast Hysterical Frenzy on this unit here of Clan Rats. I think it's either a 6 or a 7. But we do get it off with an 8. I'll go ahead and I'll keep it. So the way Hysterical Frenzy works is for every model that is within a unit, I roll that many dice, and then for every 6 up, that unit will take D3 mortal wounds. Would you like to try to stop this one?
I'm going to try and stop it. So our Clan Scry guy is going to eat another Warp Rock, so he has rerollable Dispels. We're going to try and stop that. So I need to roll a hard 8 to match you, because I have a +1 from the novel. And that is a 9.
9. Celeste now is going to go ahead and cast Soul Slice Shards into this unit here of Clan Rats. We are looking for, I think it's a 6 or a 7. I actually got to double check that one. So it actually goes off on a 5. So the way this works is roll 2d6, and for every point that I beat your bravery, you take a mortal wound.
Warlock's going to try and stop it. You don't like it. Yeah, he has rerolls from the Warp Stone he ate.
Oh, so that does go off.
Yep.
So you're currently bravery is 6.
Yes.
All right, 2d6. Oh, that fails. Alrighty, this is not looking too good for Slaanesh as all of our spells are failing. Lost Keeper. So we're going to go right into movement. I am a little bit nervous about taking more and more damage. I can't run, so I just have to rely on my base movement. So we're going to go right into the movement phase and see what we can do here. So the Chariot, it's just going to go 10 inches forward this way. And then the Fiends, they're going to go over there 12 right to here and hold hands. Demonettes here on my left flank, they're going to run, getting a 4, so they're going to go 10 inches that way. These lovely ladies ending up right over here. The Chariot Exalted will go right to here, And then these lovely ladies will also run. Woo, getting a 6. So they can go 12. So squad of 30 demonettes, they can only use their base movement right now. So we're just gonna go 6 inches, like so, moving through the nodes. And then everyone's just gonna kind of go this way. Celeste, he is not within range of the nodes. So I can run him. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and run him and see what he gets. Getting a 6, okay, that's actually really good. So he can go 15 inches. So with that really big movement, I need more depravity points. So Celeste is going to bypass right over here and end up 3 inches away, right here. The contorted epitome is just going to inch up slightly. And then my infernal raptor, she's just gonna go 6 inches this way to there.
And a movement, Warp-Lightning Vortex. Doing on the Demonettes on a 2-up now, because they're all up in the middle of it.
Ooh, getting a 1, I'll take it.
Celeste on a 3. That is, 4, 1.
1 depravity, or well, 1 wound, so 1 depravity. The infernal enrapture, she's gonna be firing. Ooh, what does she want to fire? No, she's gonna be firing into the storm vermin. Fiends, thank you. Hitting on 3s. Alright, that's actually a pretty decent hit. And looking for 4s to wound. Getting 3 at -1.
They'll have 5-up saves. Wow. Making none.
So 1 damage each. Alright, now with that said, we have some charges to make. We're gonna start tightening the noose if we can. Starting with the Demonettes. Alright, getting a 7. That's pretty decent for them. The Exalted Chariot will also make a charge. Also getting a 7. Very nice. So it's going to go ahead and crash into these 2 units. So we have to resolve the impact hits from the Chariot. On a 2 to a 4, both of these, you have to roll them separately. So on a 2 to 4, both of these units will take D3 mortal wounds, but on a roll of a 6, they will suffer D6 mortal wounds. So this rat unit here first, nothing happens, and then this unit over here will suffer D3 for a total of 3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, rats.
And then the contorted epitome will go ahead and charge as well. Woo, getting an 11. So she is she's caught on. There we go. Bang, getting in right over here. Woo, boom. The Demonettes now, they're going to go ahead and make a charge move. They do need a 7 to get in, but they can re-roll because they have the banner with them. Ooh, and that makes it nice.
Jumping back for a minute, the Warp-Lightning Vortex, my Plague Monks are also within range, so they will not take damage. Okay, we're fine.
Banging it up right over here. The Fiends declaring a charge. Ooh, nice, getting an 8. So they are just going to smash right into there. And then the Chariot of 8, I don't know, that's weird. It's going to declare a charge. Getting a 6, that's pretty decent. So it's going to go ahead and smash in like so. We have to resolve its impact hits. Nothing happens. Woohoo! And then the Lady and Gentleman of Celeste, they will go ahead and declare a charge. Getting a 4, which is just enough. Boom, to crash. We'll go right here. Boom, crash. All right, we have some Locus of Diversions to do. We'll start off with Celeste. He's going to Locus of Diversion this squad here of Fiends on a 4+. They will be fighting last. Next, we're going to go with the Contorted Epitome. She's going to put the Locus of Diversion on the Plague Monks. Looking for a 4+, which she fails. So now that that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and do the Horrible Fascination on them, which is essentially another Locus of Diversion on a 4+. No. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. So now I really have to go ahead and choose where my first attack charge is going to go, which I think it's going to be the Demonettes. Right, so these are going to be all the attacks from the Demonettes, hitting on 4s and re-rolling the 1s. Re-rolling the 1s. So with the Euphoric Killer special rule with the exploding 6s, we are hitting 46 out of 45 times. Looking for 4s to wound. So with the rend of -1, that nukes your pajama save.
Yep.
So that's 26 that will die, but on 6s, I take a mortal wound in return. Ooh, some 6s in there. We have 6 6s in total. Slaanesh loves it, as 6 Demonettes do die. Next, we're going to go ahead and attack over here on my right flank with the clan rats. All the attacks going into the demonettes.
All right, clan rats swinging in. 3s to hit because there's still 20 of them. That's pretty all right. They are 4s to wound.
Looking for a 5-up save.
Oh,
Wow.
Really?
Make sure you guys go ahead and get your MiniWarGaming dice over here. The vested, get invested here, folks. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Exalted Chariot is going to go ahead and attack next. So one thing I did forget to do is for each of my chariots, at the start of the combat phase, on a 2+, the units will take D3 mortal wounds. So we're going to start off with this squad over here. They'll take, on a 2+, they'll take D3 mortal wounds for just 1 mortal wound.
Whoa.
And then we have the second unit on a 2+, yes, for D3 mortal wounds, for just 1. And then the chariot over here, 2+, D3 for just 1. With that +1 attack with the flensing whips, we're looking for 3s to hit.
Okay.
And because, geez. And I rolled those 6s, so I get to add euphoric killer, so 1, 2, 3. Looking for 4s to wound. Okay, that averages out for just 2 at -1.
Okay, 2 at -1. 6-up saves. Nope.
Nope, 2 die. We're then going to have 10 attacks with our piercing claws, hitting on 3s, getting 1 extra for the 6 in there. Looking for 4s.
Alright. -1, 6-ups. Made 1.
So 3 will die.
Yep.
And then we have 9 attacks with the poison tongues on 3s. Okay, no 6s in there. And 4s to wound. You're just going to get 2 and your base save.
Alright. 5 ups away. Made 1.
So 1 more dies.
Alright, we'll do the clan rats here in the middle. Start piling on in. Oh, there's a tongue in the way.
So we're going to be splitting up some of our attacks. 6 are going to be going into the demonettes, 7 into the contorted epitome, and 3 into the exalted chariot.
Alright, so 6 into demonettes on 4s. And 4s to wound. 2.
5-up save. Making 1, so 1 of them will die.
7 attacks into the epitome, 1 of which is a sergeant, so 8. Yeah, that's pretty. And 4s to wound.
Oh, getting 3.
Yep.
5-up save. I make 2, so she'll just go ahead and take 1.
And 3 stab in the chariot. Hey, 2 stabs. And 1 stab.
4-up save. Oh!
It's a 2.
Each takes a wound. My next swing is going to go ahead and attack with the fiends. We are going to be hitting on 3s. 3s to wound.
Alright, so we'll take the 6s first because these have a higher damage. 6s to save. Nope.
Nope.
And the 4 at damage 1. Nope.
No. So these 2 here at D3 wounds apiece will be for just 3 damage, and then these are going to be at 4, so 7 total.
Alright. 2, 4, 6, 7.
We have 3 attacks with their barbed tails, hitting on 3s, getting only 1, and looking for a 3 to wound. Nothing.
Monks. Coming in. Monks. Alright, 28 attacks with the plague monks. Rerolling to hit. 6s to hit are rend 1. Rerolling. Rolling the rend 1 attacks first to wound. 6s to wound are 2 damage. Hey, look at that.
Oh, wow. So these are the ones that do 2 damage. 6-up save.
Oh.
Hey, so I'll lose 2 muddle so far. And these at rend 1 for just 1 damage. 6-up. Hey, 1 lady dies.
The rest of the attacks to wound are rend nothing.
Alright, so these are going to be the damage 2. 5-up save.
Oh, come on.
Alright, so another 2 will die. And these are going to be at damage 1. 5-up save. Oh, okay. See, it all balances out.
Does it?
Alright, my next pick, I'm going to go ahead and attack with this Exalted Chariot, who has 2 extra attacks on all of its profiles. So we'll be putting our poison tongue attacks into this squad here of clan rats. Gonna go, yeah, and then all the other attacks are gonna go into the squad over here. Starting with the fencing whip attacks. 6 attacks hitting on 3s. Hey, 6s, so everything hits. And looking for 4s to wound. Oh, only getting 2.
2 at -1, 6 up saves. Nope.
So 2 from the squad will die.
Whoop, whoop.
11 piercing claw attacks, hitting on 3s. Looking for 4s to wound.
4 -1, 6s. Made 1.
So 3 more go down.
Whoop, whoop. And, come on.
He's dead.
Okay.
And now we're gonna give you that sweet hitting on 3s. And 4s.
5 up saves. Made 2.
2 more die.
Pluck, pluck. Alright, 4 rats living here. Gonna counter stab. You got 5 attacks and one of them's in charge. 4s.
Oh, you got 2. See, and you complain about no 6s.
4. Yeah, they don't do anything for me.
4 up save. No, 5 up save.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Celeste going ahead and... Oh, no, sorry, not Celeste. Demonettes attacking. We don't have 10 ladies in the squad anymore, so I'm no longer re-rolling 1s, but I still get euphoric killers, but they don't explode into 3 anymore. So hitting on 4s. Oh, jeez. Wounding on 4s. Alright, that balances out. We have 7 wounds at -1.
6 up saves. Hey, some 6s.
Nice. So 5 rats will go down.
Whoop. Whoop.
The contorted epitome is going to be going next, attacking this unit here of clan rats. 9 attacks, hitting on 3s. That 1/6 will convert one of the dice, so we'll lose these 2. And 4s to wound. Ugh, not that great. Only getting 2. These are all going to be at -1.
Alright, 6 ups. Nope.
For 1 damage.
Whoop, whoop.
And then we have 2 attacks with the coiled tentacles, hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 4s. Just getting 2 at -2.
Yeah, well, that's 2 dead.
For 4 damage.
Oh, okay, that's more than 2 dead. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 dead.
So next I'm going to go ahead and attack with Celeste. So he's just going to go ahead and just like so. We're going to go ahead and attack with the whip first. We have 8 attacks, hitting on 3s. That 1/6 will go ahead and generate an extra attack. So we lose these. And then we're looking for 4s to wound. Just getting 2. Now these are going to be at -1.
So 5 up saves. Made 1, failed 1.
That's just going to be for 1 damage, bringing this fiend down to 2 wounds left. We then get to attack with the Axe of Dominion, and because we're attacking with the Axe of Dominion next, we get to re-roll all failed hits. So 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. So that 1 extra 6 then generates into that. Looking for 3s to wound. Oh, just getting 1. This is going to be at I believe it's -2, but I'm going to double check.
Okay.
Yep, -2.
Nope.
Ooh, it was teeting for D3 damage. Oh, for just 1. Drops him down. Boop. 2, 1 left.
Alright, so we're going to consolidate. This guy's going to hop over to this other side here. Hello. And then here. And then here. Alright, so this is with the Storm Fiends with the gun and the flamers. They are 4 attacks each, 4s and 3s. Okay. 3s to wound. That's 2. These are rend nothing, but 2 damage.
4 up save. I'll go ahead and take 2 damage.
And 4 attacks with the Storm Fiend with the... I can never remember the name of the gauntlets. Big, angry lightning warp punches. 6s are D6 hits. Great.
Alright, now we're just going to go ahead into Battle Shock. They would just run. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 command point to make these demonettes auto-pass. I could risk rolling a 1 to get D6 back, but I'm going to go ahead and spend that command point. So, boop, they pass. All of these clan rats over here, they are auto-passing, or they don't have to make a battle shock because of the bell being within 13 inches. And then as for my demonettes, they will pass as well, but on a roll of a 1, I get D6 back. Nope, there, okay. in terms of points, I actually don't score the objective because I don't have more models on top of it. As Dan, you actually do have more models, but you don't score it either because it's not your turn. So yeah, we are just gonna go now into Skaven turn number 2.
Alright, ringing the bell, start of the hero phase. It's a 7. So I get +1 to my casting rolls for all Skaven wizards within Peel of Doom range. We got the Arch Warlock back here. He's going to eat a Warp Rock, so he gets rerolls to Unbinding, Casting, and Dispelling, and then he will attempt to get rid of the Warp Lightning. He needs to roll an 8 because I have a +1. That is a 7, which does not do it. So let's... Now it's gone.
Nice.
Alright, so we're going to kick it off with the Grace here. He's going to try and cast the Warp Lightning Vortex. He will consume a Warp Token, a Gracier Warp Token, so that lets him roll 3d6 for the cast instead of 2.
Ooh.
I can pick 2 out of the 3 to represent my roll. If I roll a 13 combined on the 3 dice, he will die, but the spell goes off and cannot be unbound. And huzzah! So that fails because that... Oh no, it does not fail because of the Peel of Doom. So that is a 6, 7, 8, and succeeds.
I'll try to stop that with my Contorted Epitome, being within 30. I do get to reroll if I fail, so you got an 8.
Yep.
So I'm looking for a 9. That's a fail. I do get to reroll. Oh, I stop it with an 11.
Alright, the Plague Priest over here is going to pray for Pestilence. He's going to try it over here to nick Celeste for some wounds. So on a 3+, this succeeds. And on a 6, one of the Great Plagues will trigger.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to choose the Bubonic Blight Plague, which targets the nearest enemy unit within 13 inches. That is these demonettes. They will suffer d6 mortal wounds. Other things happen if they get wiped out, but they can't be. They will take 2 mortal wounds.
We'll go ahead and these 2 will die.
And then Pestilence, I have to roll a dice for each enemy unit within 4 up. It's just the 1. On a 4 up, he will take d3 mortal wounds. It's a 4 up. He will take 1 mortal wound.
Dropping him down to 5. Boop.
We're going to cast Warp Lightning Storm off of the Arch Warlock. We're going to empower it, so it'll deal d6 wounds instead of d3. However, if the cast fails, either because I failed the attempt or you dispel it, then it backfires heavily. I take d3 times d6 mortal wounds.
Ouch.
Back. So I need a 7, down to 6, down to 5. That is a 6, which is an 8. But I think I want to reroll it to try and get it higher.
Okay.
Because of his warp token that he ate. Paid off, so that's 8, 9, 10.
Ooh, and you still have more casting to do.
I do still have, I have Death Frenzy still ready to cast. I have Skitter Leap and Wither still ready to cast.
I think because of that potential, I'm going to try to stop that with the Contorted Epitome.
Okay.
So you got off on a 10, so I need an 11. Re-rolling. Nope, that does go off.
So it hits D3 units within 6 inches. There's only 2 units here, and I can hit both of them. So Celeste will take D6 mortal wounds for 2.
2.
And the Demonettes will take D6 for 1. Okay, we'll come over here to the Gracier, and he's going to attempt to cast Wither onto Celeste. I believe this needs a 6 to cast. That is a 9, 10, 11.
Whoa, 10, 11. And Wither does...
Wither will do D3 mortal wounds, and has a potential to give you a -1 to hit.
Ooh, that's actually pretty big. So I'll try to stop that with Celeste. Oh, we stopped it!
Alright, Screaming Bell is going to try and Arcane Bolt Celeste. That is 11, 12?
I actually cannot stop that.
That will do D3 mortal wounds because it rolled 10 or more. For 2.
And that's into Celeste?
Yep.
Celeste goes down to 1 wound remaining.
Alright, and then we'll just try and put Death Frenzy onto the Plague Monks. Which fails. Yep.
Okay, going right into the moving phase. Where would you like to start?
Well, there's not much that actually can move. I think everything is more or less locked in except for this Plague Priest and some wizards over here. So we're just going to maneuver a little in this area.
And then we'll show you guys where we end up.
Alright, so not much actually happened. Plague Priest shimmied up a bit to join his fellows. Gracier repositioned a little bit to be in range and hope for a double turn to sling some magic. End of the hero phase, forgetting as usual. The Arch Warlock ate Warp Dust. It's okay dust. We'll kick it off with the Storm Fiends over here. You only have 1 wound left. Usually I'd boost their damage output, but I don't have to, so we're just gonna shoot you. We're gonna start with the Warp Fire Projector to try and make this anticlimactic. I have a single 4-up, you'll take a mortal wound. Nope. 3d6 shots off of the Rattling Guns. Hey, big money, big money. 17 shots, 4s to hit, 3s to wound. Yay. Alright, and 3s to wound.
Alright, Celeste, you got a 5-up save. Hey, there they go.
Alright, so we're going to shoot this Warp Lightning Cannon empowered by the Warlock Engineer into the Fiends. So we will overcharge it, so let's see what its power is. 5, not great for me. 12 dice, every 5 or more is a mortal wound to you, every 1 is d3 back to me. Uh-oh. That ends up being 5 mortal wounds to you and 2d3 back to me. Let's see what I do to me. Ah!
Oh, so it's 6 mortal wounds to you?
Yep, 6 to me, 5 to you.
Alright, so I will go ahead and lose 1 fiend and 1 will take a wound.
This cannon is down to 2. Alright, the second Warp Lightning Cannon is actually going to fire over into them as well, but it will not be overcharged. So, its power is 6, even worse. Alright, 6 dice, every 6 is a mortal wound. Yup, math.
Alright, so this one will drop down to 2 wounds remaining.
Moving into the charging phase, we're going to attempt to charge with these Storm Fiends. And on a 5, they probably can't reach anything, and I do have a pair of command points, so we're going to try and re-roll this. That's an 8, that's better. Alright, Storm Fiends are gonna come over here, fight some Fiends of Slaanesh. Fiend on Fiend.
Right now, at the end of the charge phase, we have some Locus of Diversions too. The Contorted Epitome is going to go ahead and Locus Diversion these Plague Months on a 4+. Yep. They do, and then Horrible Fascination on... we'll go ahead and do it on... Oh.
The bell is still in.
Yeah, the bell is in, so we'll go ahead and do it on the bell on a 4+. No.
Alright, Storm Fiends are gonna pile in attack first. They're just gonna whoop.
So because the Storm Fiends are attacking my Fiends, they're going to be at -1 to hit because of Sporific Musk.
Yep, so these are the 2 non-big angry fist ones. They hit on 5s now. Just still, could be better.
Got 3 in there.
Yep. And they will be wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds at no rend, but 2 damage apiece.
5-up save. No, 2, oh, so 4. Oh, that's brutal. This Fiend will go ahead and die, and then the Blitzbringer was down to 2 wounds remaining.
Big old gauntlet swinging, hitting on 5s, but 6s are d6 hits. Yeah, 3 hits.
Pretty good.
And we will go for 3s to wound. That is 3 wounds at -1, 2 damage apiece.
Ooh, 6 up. Oh, that's enough to completely wipe out the Fiend. The Chariot's going to continue to try to grind its wheels and take out some of the clan rats within 1 inch of it. So on a 2+, you'll suffer D3 mortal wounds. Oh, no, nothing. I'm going to go ahead and strike with the Contorted Epitome first. It has 9 attacks, hitting on 3s. Getting 1 more for getting that 6. Looking for 4s to wound. So 3 rats will die because there's no shields.
There's no more or not enough rats for shields.
And then we have 2 attacks with the Coiled Tentacles, hitting on 3s, getting 2, and then wounding on 4s. Just 1 at -2 for 2 damage.
For 2 damage, so
kills the squad.
Alright, we're gonna do these clan rats. We're gonna just shimmy that a little bit to try and get a few more towards the objective, but fighting. So we'll do 3 into, we'll do, let's see, all but 1 into the squad of demonettes, and then 1 poke in the chariot. Alright, into the demonettes. These are 4s and 4s. That's pretty alright. Alright, and 4s to wound. That's
really good. I have a 5-up save. Oh, that's actually really bad for me. So 5 demonettes go ahead and die. They are angry rats. I'm going to go ahead now and attack with the chariot. All of its attacks going into the rats. We have 4 attacks with the Flensing Whips, hitting on 3s. Ooh, that's a really bad roll. Looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 at -1.
6-up save. It's still have enough rats here. Nope.
Nope, so just 1 guy will go ahead and die.
Woo.
9 attacks with the piercing claws, hitting on 3s. 4s to wound. 3 at -1.
6 up saves. Making none.
Another 3 go down. And then we have 8 poison ton attacks on 3s. Only got 1 6 in there, so everything goes ahead and hits. And looking for 4s to wound.
Alright, so because the attacks occur at the same time, I still have 5 up saves. Only making 1, so 3 more die. Bell's gonna come on in. Punch. First, we're gonna hit with the Warpstone Staff from the Gray Seer up top. These are 4s and 4s. That's 3 hits. For 1 wound at -1 for a single damage.
6 up save. Nope.
Slaps the demon down.
1 will die.
We got the Red Ogre on the back punching you. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Pretty good. Wounding on 3s.
Oh, geez. Wow. 3 in there.
So that's rend 1 for 2 damage apiece.
Uh-oh. 6 up save.
Oh.
So 2 will die.
D6 Rusty Spike hits. That is 4. These will be 3s and 2s. That's everything hits. And only 2 wounds. These are rend 1 for 1 damage.
Ooh, looking for 6s. Oh, another 2 go down. So these 4 demonettes have now gone ahead and piled in. Only 3 of them will be able to fight. These are going to be their attacks, +1 for the Allurus, hitting on 4s.
Oh.
Ooh, so all but this one disappear. And looking for 4s to wound.
Oh no.
All -1.
Well, goodbye.
Squad.
Goodbye, rats.
And then those 3 demonettes who are going to be attacking the Plague Monks. Oh, not great. Hitting on 4s. Okay, so everything. And 4s to wound. Can I do that again?
Sort of.
Just too bad. 4 in there.
Yep, might get some nurgly dust on you though.
Yep.
On 6's back, because they die. Not a 1, so 4 dead monks. Alright, Plague Monks piling on in. And actually, we might be able to do some work here with the piling. Alright, Monks swinging on in. 4s to hit, re-rolling. 6s are new and exciting. Mistakenly only picking up half the dice I need. This is the rest of their attacks.
And you're re-rolling these.
And re-rolling the hit. There it is. Alright, so this is the hit situation. These are rend 1, these aren't. We will resolve the rend 1s first. To wound! 1 at rend 1 for 1 damage.
Hey, okay, made it.
Fine. And these are rend nothing. Aha!
So these are going to be the rend at no damage, but rend at, no rend, 2 damage.
There it is.
5 up, they're all dead.
Okay.
Going into Battle Shock for these ladies over here. I can't fail it, but on a 1 I can get some ladies back. Nope, nothing. Once again, no one controls any of the objectives. So frustrating. We control it,
but at the wrong point in time.
so frustrating. So now we have to go ahead into the double turn.
Yes, let's go into the double turn.
Or not the double turn, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have to
fine.
go.
I like that.
I think I win ties, right?
You win ties.
All right. Sit.
Oh,
no! We both rolled 6. This is amazing. So yeah, I'll go ahead and take it.
All right.
As we go into Slaanesh, turn 3. So right before my turn, we should have dropped down the objectives. So I want you to go ahead and roll the first one.
The first one will be at 7 in my territory.
And then the next one will be on mine
10.
for 10. And the objectives, the warpstone from falling from the sky or coming from the ground, drops right over here. The one that's always been here remains, and then the other one drops right over here. Continuing with my hero phase, I get 1 depravity point for having my Infernal and Rapturous. My Contorted Epitome, she's going to go ahead and cast Hysterical Frenzy on this unit here of Plague Monks. Does it go off? Ooh, getting a 10. So this is the spell that for every model that you have in your unit, I roll that many dice, and for every 6 up, you take D3 mortal wounds.
Yep, so we're going to have the Arch Warlock eat some Warp Dust to try and dispel this with a reroll. That is a 10, which becomes 11 off of the null hole, so it stops it.
Nice. The contorted epitomes are now going to go for an arcane bolt, and we're going to go ahead and put it right into the warp lightning cannon. Looking for 5. I'll 6. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll it. There we go, for a 10.
Alright, the Arch Warlock's going to try and stop it again. That's a 9 becomes a 10 is not good enough, so he will re-roll. That is an 7, so still not enough, so it happens.
Yep, so you just take a 1 mortal wound.
That's a 10 or plus, it does D3.
Oh, right. Oh, jeez, breaking train. D3 for just 1.
Okay. Down.
That's all we have for my hero phase. I'm only really down to 2 of my characters. So we're just going to go into my movement phase now, and I got to spend my depravity points wisely. Right, so starting with my movement, I'm going to go ahead and run this unit here of Demonettes. Getting a 1, not really happy with that. So what I will do is, because I have a ton of command points, I'm going to go ahead from the contorted, turn that into a 6 so they can go 12. And that's going to have these ladies go woo, 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 12 right to here. Contorted epitome is just going to shimmy right to there. Yeah. Right there. And then the Exalted Chariot is also going to right there. The Exalted Chariot is then going to go ahead and move, making sure that we are 3 inches away from all this fun jazz. Demonettes advancing, or running I should say, because the wrong game. Hey, getting a 6. They're going 12 inches wherever they want. And then at the end of the turn, I'm going to be summoning a Keeper of Secrets for 30 out of my 35 depravity points. And then my Infernal Rapture is just staying right there. The Infernal Rapture is going to be going ahead and firing her harp into the Plague Monks.
Yeah.
6 shots, hitting on 3s. Looking for 4s to wound.
Oh.
Only 2 at -1.
Yeah.
Alright, we have some charges to make, starting with this Exalted Chariot. Hooah!
No.
Making a nice 8-inch charge.
Yep.
Tongues, lots of tongues!
You did this to you.
And then because we made a charge, we have to do some impact hits. So into the Grayseer on a, I think it's a 3-up? No, we have to roll for it.
Yes.
Alright, so taking D3 mortal wounds. For just 2 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
And then the Warp Lightning Cannon. Oh, it's because I rolled a 6.
So it just dies.
Well, I can roll a 1.
Yeah, it's 2. I thought it's D3 plus 1. Or is it D6?
It's D6.
Okay.
See, I can roll a 1. The Contorted Epitome, she's going to go ahead, or they, because there's 2 of them, I'm going to go ahead and charge. Hey, getting an 8. So 8 inches is going to allow the... Stop it. It's going to allow these 2 lovely ladies to end up right over here. Bang. And then the Exalted Chariot over here is going to go ahead and declare charge. And getting an 8 as well. So they are going to... right into there.
Oh, so many spikes.
Yeah.
Oh, so many spikes.
Why is stupid spikes? So yeah, we're counting the spikes as not being there, so they're going to crash right there. So impact hits into the Plague Monks for D3. Or I have to roll for it. Oh, so actually nothing. No,
that's D3.
This is D3, yeah. For just 3 mortal wounds. Demonettes going ahead and declaring a charge. They do go ahead and make it in with a 6. And then last but certainly not least is going to be the Keeper of Secrets trying to make in a charge. Looking for a 9. Oh, no. Getting a 12. Go and get those vest dice, folks. All right, we have some Locus of Diversions to do on the Fiends on a 2+. Oh, that's unexpected. And then the Contorted Epitome, Locus of Diversion on the Plague Monks on a 4+. Nope. They fail, so then I'll go ahead and do the Horrible Fascination on a 4.
Yes.
Yes, so they will be fighting last. So with that in mind, I'm absolutely going to go ahead and fight with my Keeper of Secrets into the Storm Fiends first. But before we go ahead and do that, we have to resolve the Chariot as they grind. So on a 2+, the Grayseer will take D3 mortal wounds. He does for D3. He takes 2 mortal wounds.
He's not dead.
2-1. And then the warp lightning cannon.
It's dead.
Yeah,
It's still dead.
It's dead. Does it explode or anything like that?
Nope.
No, nothing crazy rules.
Unfortunately, it should.
And then let's go ahead and grind these plague monks
Ah! Ah!
for 2 more grind dead.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right, now we can go ahead and attack with the Keeper of Secrets. So we're going to start with the big impaling claws. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. Because we rolled a 6, we get to add an extra attack.
Oh, no.
Looking for 3s to wound. So because I rolled those 2 6s, they count as mortal wounds.
Oh.
So those are going to be 10 mortal wounds.
Well. So kills him. Kills him. Leaves him with 4 wounds remaining, which is somewhere on this dice. There it is.
We then have 4 attacks with the sword, hitting on 3s. Ooh, okay, we got 2 in there, and then looking for 3s to wound. Oh, I was nervous about that 6. This is going to be a -1.
Made it!
Nice. We then have a 1 attack with the hand, hitting on a 2. Oh, we miss.
Hey. Okay, thinking it over, we're going to have to swing with the Storm Fiend. We got to stop this body count from reaching the objective. So we have 4 attacks hitting on 4s. 6s are good, which is why I don't roll any.
Oh, jeez. The Contorted Epitome, it's going to go ahead and swing all of its attacks into the Plague Monks, hitting on 3s. Oh, we got 1 6 in there. So let's go ahead and get rid of that die. Looking for 4s to wound.
Alright, so as they die, because they have a 6-up save and you have rend, they might get goo on you. There's no goo. These are clean monks. Clean Nurgle Plague Monks.
Oh, jeez. So entire squad is wiped.
Alright, the Screaming Bell is going to start wailing in on this chariot. So we have the Warpstone Staff up top. 4s to hit. Hey. 4s to wound. Hey. Rat Ogre on the back trying to punch it. 4s to hit. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
3s to wound. Yeah.
-1.
Rend 1 for 2 damage.
Alright, we're looking at a 5-up save. Okay, make 1.
D6 from the Rusty Spikes for 6.
Uh-oh.
Alright, these are 2s to hit, 3s to wound. Of course. And 3s to wound. That's 2.
2 in there.
-1.
5 up.
Alright.
I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 command point for excess of violence on the Keeper of Secrets. So it can go ahead, pile in, and fight again. So the Keeper of Secrets is going to continue to whack the poor Storm Fiend. 2 attacks with the big claws, hitting on 3s. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We've seen this before.
On 3s. Oh, okay, you got 1 in there.
Not mortal wounds.
These are -2
Okay, so all I have to do is make a 6-up save. Yup.
for 5 damage. Hey, the Gracie.
I'm gonna hit you with a stick.
Go for it.
Ah!
No.
Yup.
All right, the chariot going into the Grace here. This is with Flensing Whips. We're gonna whip you on 3s. All right, and then looking for 4s. 1 at -1.
A 6-up.
Hey, okay, pretty good.
Wearing a vest.
We're then going to have 10 attacks with the Piercing Claws on 3s. Oh no. They all hit. And then 4s to wound.
Alright, 1 6-up save wasn't a challenge, so he's very dead. Yeah, doesn't want to go.
So next my chariot is going to go ahead and attack. I only have a 2-inch reach with the whip, so I'm going to go ahead and put them into the bell. Hitting you on 3s. Oh, going to getting 1 and then 4 to wound.
Yep.
-1.
5-up. And a 5-up save after. Nope.
Taking 1 damage. That's going to be the end of my turn. I'll go ahead and score 3 victory points, 1 for continuing to hold the middle, and then 1 for recently acquiring this one over here. So the current score right now is going to be 6-0 in favor of the Hedonites of Slaanesh. So we're going to go right now into Skaven, turn number 3.
Alright, right at the start of the hero phase, ringing this bell. That is a 6. Alright, so this roll is every unit within Penal Doom range, still 26 inches. Roll a d6 on a 4-up, take a mortal wound. So we'll kick it off over here with the Demonettes. Yep, take a mortal wound.
Alright, kill her. Well, not her, but her.
And then the Chariot. Nope. Epitome. Yep.
Oh, she just takes one, so ignores it on 2. Ooh, she takes one from that, so she goes down to 5 wounds remaining.
Alright. Chariot over here. Takes a mortal wound.
Okay.
Demonettes over here. No. And the Keeper. No. We're going to kick it off with the Arch Warlock. He's going to chew on some Warp Dust to give himself rerolls, and he will try to cast his Empowered Warp Lightning whatever thing that hits D3 enemy units. Needs a 7, which that is not. Oh boy. And he fails it, and it backfires, and we'll probably kill him. And so he's going to take D3 times D6 wounds. He will take 2 times 4 mortal wounds and die.
Oh no, poor guy.
What? Okay, so with the absolutely intentional death of the Arch Warlock, probably at his hands, we're going to concede at this point. The battle plan was for the Arch Warlock to try and deal some mortal wound damage, D3 mortal wounds, or D6 mortal wounds rather, to units within range. Drop an Endless Spell over there to deal some damage. The Bell is a delay tactic. It sits here, takes some damage. Next turn, hopefully chimes something a bit more helpful. If the double turn happens. The somewhat linchpin of that plan decided to avoid the battlefield, though, so...
He just committed seppuku on the...
Yeah, so I think that is that. I think the Hedonites might have a slight advantage here.
Yeah.
And they might be able to succeed.
All right, and that is going to be game. Damn, my man.
All right.
Thank you so much for that game.
Yep.
There's a couple points in this game where I was really nervous we're gonna start sniping off my characters. Even when my Keeper of Secrets, I'm like, oh no! I think that's even like a lot of people too who play Hedonites. When their Keepers of Secrets die, they're like, oh no!
Well,
it's the worst.
The danger of fighting Hedonites is always if you kill the Keeper, then you've half refueled the tank to a second one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's dangerous enough that you can't leave it alone, but it's dangerous enough that even if you kill it, it's dangerous.
And I think you were doing a lot of the smart things too. You were targeting characters, targeting Celeste.
Yep.
You were trying all you can to target this thing too, but it just ignored the mortal wounds.
Yeah, I needed to get something into contact with it that didn't deal mortal wounds, which was supposed to be the Plague Monks, but I could not get that double turn combination in.
And then you were trying too with the Warp Lightning Cannons to target the Infernal and Rapturous, but she had just put herself in the perfect position behind this building that you could not see her.
One cannon couldn't see her, the other one was stuck behind the lines of combat.
Yeah, and she just was not in range. She was just kind of perfectly in the right position, and then the other Keeper, boom, came in right over here to kind of help reinforce this flank. This was actually a pretty fun battle. You actually made me think quite a bit. Normally I don't take the Chariots, but man, the Chariots can dish out a ton of attacks.
Those double impact hits really are painful.
Yeah, because you do one impact hit, and then it's kind of an impact hit, but it's more of like a grind.
It's a continuous grind, but it ends up, these things don't end up in combat for longer than a turn or two, so it ends up being an impact hit functionally.
Yeah, oh man, what a great bat rep. So this is your first time playing against Hedonites.
Yep.
What's your kind of overall opinion?
If I hadn't brought as many guns as I had, I think I would have been in a way worse shape, because it's not exactly an army that you can charge at.
Right.
It's about as strong charging you as you are charging it, which robs a lot of the initiative from combat armies. So I'm glad I brought the amount of guns I did. I want to bring more. I think it's really the investment in wizards that cost me, because it's also an army that can shut down magic pretty effectively. Either by the Enraptress forcing rerolls on successful casting, which she wasn't close enough to actually have that impact. But even the characters themselves having 2-up saves against mortal wounds says, go ahead, get your magic off, see if it matters.
Right, and even having the ability to reroll.
Yeah.
I mean, your magic, I think, turn 1 was pretty strong against me.
The magic turn 1 was strong. The issue becomes, again, if you nickel and dime the heroes but don't kill them, then you're only putting more fuel in the tank.
Right, with the depravity points.
So you have to commit to the kill, and you have to really assassinate out their leadership core to have a hope.
I always tell people that if you want to deal with with Hedonites, kill off the characters right away, have shooting, and then use outmaneuvering to grab objectives. That is absolutely how you deal with Hedonites of Slaanesh.
The outmaneuvering thing I might have spoiled for myself, because I really just got wrapped up very quickly and had nowhere to really go.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's one of the advantages of having Hedonites is that they have the mobility of being able to run and charge and having just really fast units with chariots, fiends, all that kind of stuff.
There are tools in the kit, right? If I brought a couple Doom Wheels, they do have the ability to just roll over units, so they could have just gone straight over the Hedonites into the back nine and started threatening. But I worry for less versatile armies. Skaven really have all the tools in their toolbox to handle any situation. You run into a situation where, Iron Jaws or Flesh Eater Cords, where they're powerful, but not a lot of tools. You can really home in on their weaknesses and pressure them.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. But no, this was a pretty good battle up. I was like I said, you had put me at one point in a position where I really had to think about it. But yeah, no, this one was a lot of fun. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this battle up. Both Dan and I hope that you enjoyed it. Yeah, I think this was pretty decent. Let us know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed this one. And if there's any rules that we kind of messed up or not, let us know down below. Leave your constructive criticism. But until then, everyone, we hope that you enjoyed it. And as always, happy wargaming, folks.